What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another exciting box that came in. We are swapping out all our A-arms. We went with MetalCloak, of course. They make one of the best arms out there for the platform, for the JL platform, JK Gladiator. They do make one of the best arms. They have one of the amazing joints in there. So let's get this box on the table because it is awful heavy, and let's unbox it and let's talk about it. Here is all the part numbers. So this is going to be the lower front. This is the upper front. We have the lower rear and then the upper rear. So I'm going to pull out all these parts out of the box. Kind of the quick little specs. I just got it on my phone, but I'm also going to put them on the screen right here. The front upper is a 1/5/8 0.25 DOM steel tubing. The front upper is a 1 1/4 0.187 DOM tubing, and the rear, which are these ones right here, which are the rear uppers, are 1 1/2 DOM steel tubing. High clearance bends, which are here, adjustable arms to make it really, dial in. Bushings have a their Duroflex joint enhanced with Kevlar, so they shouldn't really ever blow them out. Then you also have the vibration dampening, which is all the rubber inside of here of the joint itself. Maintenance free, reliable. There's no grease fittings, which is really nice. I've had some where it's greasable. I just usually threw grease in it every oil change or so, or every other oil change, just to make sure that it was just always topped off. And the one thing that's really nice about these joints is that it maxes out at a 68-degree flex, which is really good. I mean, you're going to get max articulation on that, which is amazing. I don't even think my JKS ones can touch that. Which I guess typically most arms are only go kind of articulate up to like a 40, but MetalCloak was able enough to get these things down or up to 68, almost a 70-degree articulation, which is pretty incredible on these things. So I mean, just look at these. I mean, they are beauty. And who doesn't like some gold?
The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. I love gold so much that I even lost my genitalia in an unfortunate smelting accident.
So, one of them, which would be the upper front control arms, it does come with a bolt. From what I remember, is one bolt. It's easier just to cut off versus trying to get it out, because I guess the how the exhaust flange comes in, it's in the way, unfortunately, which is kind of stupid. But anyway, so they do send you out a brand new shorter bolt, which you can flip the bolt around, so then you can always take it on and off, which is nice. So at least I thought about that. Just giving you a new bolt, just cut it off. We'll get there when we get there. But these things are super nice. I'm really impressed with these. And some people don't like the gold. You can easily paint over the gold if you don't want bling bling. This is their zinc coating. So if you live up here like in the Midwest like me, when it comes salt time and you're driving your Jeep, this is a good coating to have, on your vehicle. So you won't get rust. So yeah, that is the control arms, which is, I'm really impressed with these. These are super nice, super heavy, and they're gonna do wonders. Awesome. So this is the passenger side lower arm, you know, just kind of comparison of these two. It's not even, you know, in the same ballpark. These things are good for just for the road. Now here, you're getting the flex, you're getting the more articulation. Here, you're only getting what is going from basically here to here. I mean, that's how much flex is from here to here. I mean, you guys can see how much of a big difference just even from my finger is going versus here and here. That you're gonna get a whole bunch more articulation. This thing's gonna hold up a lot longer. And if you have to replace it, you just have to pull out this inside. Versus really, yeah, you can replace this, but it'd be faster just buying the whole new lower arm from Chrysler themselves. Which at that point you might as well upgrade to an aftermarket one. But anyway, I just kind of want to show a quick comparison of these of the joints. So this is the next day. Unfortunately, I had some stuff to get done yesterday, so we just kind of did the unboxing of the arms themselves. I did contact MetalCloak themselves, because if you actually look on their instructions, they give you the factory specs of length, and then they also give you the a 3.5 inch. I have their 2.5 inch lift. They recommended to me, because didn't know really which one to kind of go off of, because I'm right in the middle between factory and the 3.5. They recommended going off the 3.5 inch specs for length of the actual arm itself. So that is what we're going to set it to. I know there's a few hundred videos of their product, and again, I'm super blown away on how well these things are made. These are nice. Out of all the arms that I've had, these are the nicest. One thing I did forget to mention, that we're just going to kind of just grab an arm, that some of these factory ones, they really limit on how far they can stretch, you know, because they're kind of, I wouldn't really say glued into the socket, but they are so tight in here, they don't really allow movement. Here, unfortunately, I don't really have a way to really clamp this thing down to kind of show you, but these inner parts spin a full 360 degrees, will never bind up on you, and they'll always be true to center, so which is super nice, and it's going to make such a great improvement on the ride quality and just the way they flex. So that's super nice. Also, these things are just beefy. I can't really complain at all. So let's get these things all down. I'm gonna put all the lengths right here, what we're gonna set it to, and then I'm also gonna put it in the description so you guys have it. And I'm also gonna put down the link where you guys can print this out if you guys choose to. So we are gonna start with just one arm and just kind of work our way down. I did forget to mention that you want to go from eye to eye. Make sure you guys can see this. So you're going from center eye to center eye, and that's how you're going to get it to their spec. And then you don't have to torque these things down right away. Wait until you get all of them done, and then go back and re-torque them all. One thing I did forget to mention, I would put some anti-seize on here, just so it doesn't get bind up. You know, so you don't need a lot of anti-seize, just enough to get this things to spin. That should be plenty of. So I'm going to grab some anti-seize. We're going to put this on a time lapse and then kind of go through them all. If there's anything that comes up, I'll stop the time lapse, and we will, you know, kind of talk about it as we go. So I will say real quick, the front ones, we are going to the front uppers, which are these ones right here. We are setting to 19 3/4. The lowers we're setting to 24 on the dot. The uppers for the rear we are setting to 17 1/2, and then the lowers we are setting to 20 1/8. Like I said, we're going from eye to eye from center, and that's going to give us a 6-degree caster. So that should put us in a money spot. So let's go ahead and get these all measured, and then we'll start ripping apart the Jeep to get these things installed. So the tools you're going to need for this is a 10mm socket, an 18, a 21, a 24, a 3/4. For wrenches, you're going to need an 18, 21, and a 24. It does say cutoff wheel, but I'm kind of looking at it like I can probably sneak it through. So I'm not sure if that's for the 3.6 liter or because we have the turbo. So I'm not sure. We're going to have to look at that. It says a cutoff wheel. And then socket and wrench. But unfortunately, apparently I lost a couple of wrenches, so I'm gonna run to the store and just pick up a couple of wrenches. So we have them. So let's just run to the store and let's grab them. So we are gonna start with the lower arms, and then we're going to go to the upper arms. The upper arm up here, you're going to need a 10mm to undo these small heating or heat covers. Also, you're going to need a 24 on this side and a 22 on that side. So just like everything else, we are just going to go and undo. Let's make sure that and you can do this all on the ground. It'll be nice when you do it on the ground. If you need to roll the tire back and forth to Now, when reinstalling these, I would start with the axle side and then go to the frame, just because you can easily push this tire and you know, kind of make it, you know, fit, and then the arm is actually going to move with it. So that's what I would do. So apparently I forgot to hit the record button, but we got this on. It took some finagling. I did have to kind of raise it up a little bit to try to get the bottom bolts going. But now we're down to torquing it. The bottom is 190 foot-pounds. Damn. All right, so you're gonna have two 10 mils just to remove this, this little bracket. All it is a little heat shield for your bushings, basically, for your, don't melt it. So you're gonna grab an 18 mil. So while editing this video, I did not notice that I completely forgot to either check to make sure the camera was on or that the battery was dead, because I was moving around a lot of the ground to capture a lot of everything that I was unbolting and bolting on. The really wasn't too much, to be honest. I should have just put it on a time lapse. I mean, I know I captured all of this kind of install. What you're going to want to do is do one at a time. So you're going to start with, you know, whatever arm you decide. So you're going to go like top, bottom, then you're going to go, and then you're going to go from either the top, bottom over here, whatever one you decide. These are super nice, and I can't complain at all. Also, and then on the rear, but on the rear, you're going to want to make sure that the bend is going on the inside of the vehicle. And always make sure your adjustable is always on the frame side. You never want to have it actually down on the axle side. So that's one thing I know I said, but unfortunately, like I said, I totally forgot to make sure that it was either on or completely died on me, and it was an accident. So that's one thing you want to make sure that you double check to make sure that you always have the threaded side onto the frame itself. So just keep that in mind. So that's basically really all that was really missed. I mean, you're basically unbolting and then bolting back on. It's a really super easy process. And apparently I even forgot to even do a final ending of this video. I was kind of way off on this video, but anyway, things happen. Just makes it more realistic, I guess. But yes, the only other thing you have to do is take it to an alignment shop to make sure that all the arms are going to be at length and where it's supposed to be. Because now they can fluctuate where the axle sits because everything's adjustable, which is nice, and that's what makes it even better. It's going to help make it ride better, because when you lift up your vehicle, your axles actually get shorter, especially if you're using factory length. So now they can actually push back this axle where it's supposed to be about factory length. So you're going to get full articulation and the perfect ride quality that you want, especially for the front. When you lift up the front, the rear or the front axle is going to get pushed more towards the back of it, so you could actually be rubbing on some parts back there or whatnot. When you guys are putting on the adjustable, it's going to help center up that axle, so you're going to want to make sure you guys get that aligned. So I actually Saturday am going to get my alignment done, and so it should be all good. I got a couple other videos going, and in a couple weeks we are going down to, I believe, Kentucky for one of the Jeep Jamborees. Me and a buddy of mine invited me to. I'm not sure if we're going to be really wheeling this. I'm probably more going to be sitting in his Gladiator. It's going to be an amazing time. I can't wait, and it's going to be fantastic. And I don't get to see him that often, so it's pretty rad to I get to see my buddy. So that is the MetalCloak control arm install. I know I forgot a couple things, and my fault, my bad. So I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys for watching my videos. Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys have a blessed day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.